What's going on? What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? It's your man, Black Gotti, the voice, rap98.com, your number one for hip hop, R&B, and independent music worldwide. And as promised today, we got our special guest in the studio, man. Lovely, lovely, lovely lady, man. Come to us by way of, this is her hometown, Memphis.
It is.
Yes. Bless your heart. Not only a wonderful soul and spirit, man, but a very, very talented individual, man. Has taken on the yoke of seeing our communities grow and has labored tirelessly, man, during these last few weeks to just get an opportunity to be able to serve her community. And that's wonderful in itself, man.
Yeah.
I want y'all to put y'all hands together for me one time and help me welcome my special guest, the lovely Miss Toni Green Cole.
Hello, everyone, Memphis, Tennessee, and around the world. Hello to everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. So, absolutely, we are glad to have you, Miss Green.
Well, thank you.
So, should I refer to you as Miss Green or Miss Cole?
Let me explain something to you right now. I'm Miss Green, and I still am Miss Cole. So, either way you call me today, I will answer. Yes, sir.
Well, I could not. I did not want to be disrespectful and not address you as Miss Cole, but I could not find myself overlooking the lineage and the history that you've put behind Green. I mean, you've done so much in and around the community and in the entertainment as well as serving the community. I mean, it's huge, and I take my hat off to you first off, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so
and I to you. Let me say this.
Oh, wow.
For you and yours. No, this is such a great opportunity for me because to see such young, aspiring individuals as you and your wife and your family.
Wow.
And I'm enamored because you don't get that so much, and it's just exciting, and it fuels me to want to keep on doing even greater and better things, so that I can cover, because I'm older than y'all. I'm older. I am happy to be older.
Bless your heart.
Because a lot of folks ain't making it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So
That's
I'm happy to be, to be a forerunner. As and to see you guys come in and do what you're doing, I'm excited as heck. Come on with this thing.
All right. All right. I love it, man. I love it. Okay, so let's dive right in.
Okay.
Let's just dive right
I'm
in.
with you.
So tell our people a little bit about yourself, who you are, what your background is, and
Well, my name is Toni Green. First of all, that's who I've been for the last whatever years. In the entertainment business.
Yes, ma'am.
I've traveled with the best in music, from Isaac Hayes to the Doobie Brothers to the Temptations, to everybody. I've had the greatest musicians in the world with me, such as Willie Mitchell, who recorded my first CD was recorded by the great and wonderful Willie Mitchell and the High Recording Band. That's Teenie Hodges, Leroy Hodges, and the Hodges Brothers. So I came from that kind of substance to where it really grounded me to know music a little different than what a lot of other people hear.
Absolutely.
And even the great Marvell Thomas, who was there with me, keyboard. So those things taught me to afford me to be able to go overseas and travel in all the different countries, from Sweden to Switzerland to Italy to Spain to Russia to England, and be as a matter of fact, on one of the biggest radio stations in the world, which is in the BBC, with the number one jock in the world over there, along with I've been to some great places. God is really and truly, I won't say it like that, like it was written, but there's a young lady said, if God never does anything else to me, he's done enough. Now, I ain't going to go all that way and say he's done enough. He can keep on doing it because, see, I ain't gone yet. See, she was putting a period on it. I ain't putting no period on man.
That's it.
I want him to keep on doing.
It's a comma, not a period.
Yeah, hello? Because I want to be able to reach and help and maybe be an inspiration to some younger and maybe even some older
Well, you're already there,
you
Miss
know.
Green. You are
Yeah.
truly an inspiration. Yes, ma'am. To a
Thank you.
culture, to a city, man, to a state, and to a world
Well,
that
thank
you've
you.
just blessed over and over
He
again.
really is blessing me.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not kidding. My crazy self. I said, God, you wait till I become almost 100 years old, and then you want to step in. I'm tired. See, I got my slides on. I bought my shoes, bought one shoe, left the other shoe at home, so
I
I'm
didn't know. I
special.
didn't know you was gonna say that on the air.
I got to say, you know what? I'm just me. I don't try to be anything else but me. I like being me. I don't like, being anything else because it's not going to get me anywhere. All of my audiences from overseas to wherever will tell you this is just Tony. And that's why I am just embraced by those people who love me for my who I
Absolutely.
am on the
Genuinely
inside.
love you.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I don't try to act like I'm so bourgeois. I mean, I might have have a little hair kind of fixed sometime, and have my little nails on sometime when I can afford them. But I try to still be down to earth and real about it because when I
Yes,
don't have the
ma'am.
money to pay for them, I just got to be
Wow.
real and Tony.
That's it. That's
So
it.
I
Absolutely.
can't go past that.
Wow.
I don't want to.
Wow.
Take me out of character. Take me somewhere I don't want to be.
That is a beautiful way to, for lack of better terms, kind of put guardrails up. Because I understand with all of your experiences that it could be really, really easy to get caught up. Head could get really, really big, really, really fast. Being in the entertainment industry and dealing with a lot of artists,
Right.
quote unquote, I get an opportunity to experience that a lot.
Yeah.
So let me just say, I'm really humbled to be sitting here with you.
Same here.
But you are giving me I feel a aura of peace around you. For some reason, I'm not tripping all over my,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm truly a fan
Well,
too.
God is with me because He takes care of the ones who are just humbly close and want to be close to Him.
That's it.
And I mean, I got chills all over me just being here in your building in this room because I know there's a spirit and a great spirit in here.
Yes, ma'am.
And I
Bless your
will
heart.
say that in all of my experiences, I probably could have excelled even more so had I done some of the things that maybe the other folks would have wanted me to do.
Yes,
And that's
ma'am.
the truth. But I'm a country girl and I wasn't going. I didn't
So-
I'm like, you sitting over there looking at me, I'm looking at you, what you gonna do for
That's
me?
it. That's it.
So they couldn't get to that.
And you know what? That is a very strong quality for who we would like to see represent us on the city council level.
Absolutely.
You have to have a
Yeah.
very strong opinion, and you have to be stubborn to some degree because it's gonna
Yeah.
be a fight. It's
It-
gonna be pushback.
It's already a fight, but I came, let me tell you something. I came with that David spirit. David wasn't scared of nothing. Everybody was laughing when he came out on the
That's
field,
it.
but David came with them 3 shiny rocks and he
That's
wasn't
it.
playing.
That's it.
Well, I got my 3 shiny rocks, and
All
I've
right.
already let everybody know. I talk loud, and I'm looking around. I don't agree with him, them, and they,
There you are.
unless you're right.
That's it.
So I
That's
came
it.
to make the wrongs right, and if they don't like it, I'm too bad for them.
Bless your heart.
One thing about it, we need some people who are stand up about what your situations are.
That's it.
There was a young lady who followed me, and I won't say literally like followed me, but she was in the block party over on Chelsea. And this is what she said to me when she saw on the back of my car that said affordable homes. She had about 4 or 5 kids, if I can just remember correctly, with her. She said, Miss Green, Cole, I just need to know if I vote for you, can you help me get a home? And I told her, I said, I can't make you any promises, but I can make you this one thing. I can say this. I'm going to do my doggonest to make sure I stand up and talk for you.
Wow.
And anything else I can push for you to do. I'm hands-on. I'm touchable. Now, if we can call that a promise, that's what it is. She said, well, that's more than what I've gotten from anybody that's been running in
Took the
District
words out of my
7.
mouth. Wow.
I said, I don't agree with a lot of things that have gone on in District 7. It's almost like a blighted community.
It is.
It's almost like The Walking Dead. It's desolate.
It is. It is.
And it's almost like the people are giving up. I was out there in the park yesterday, and it was hot as I don't know what, child. My eyelash was sticking to my face and everything. Hair had glued on the other side of my girl hair stuck to my neck. But I was
my.
in there to let them know I'm in there for y'all.
That's
I-
right.
I'm in here to make sure that I can stay and do what I've got to do for you now. But I need you. See, it can't just be me. I don't want everybody to keep looking at me like, well, what can you do? What can you do? I need y'all to do something first. Can you put me in there? Because if you don't get me in there, I promise you're going to be hurting forever.
One of my dear friends used to tell me, if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu.
You hear me now? Okay.
So it's important that we keep somebody at the
In
table.
At the table
us,
for
you know?
Let me in. I mean, that's what I told them. I told some of the older gentlemen, and they said, well, Miss Green Cole, what you going to do? I said, what you going to do? I mean, I know it sounds really hilarious, but it's the truth.
It
See,
is.
because
It is very
like
true.
you just said, if I'm not in there, did you ask the man who you put in
There
there?
you have it.
Did y'all go and ask him this? I bet y'all didn't ask him this.
That's right.
I said, but now you want to ask me. I said, well, since you want to give it to me like that, let me tell you, I'm old school. What you going to do for me?
That's it.
If you can't put me in there, I guarantee you're going to be hurting for the next 4, 5, 8 years, however long you're going to be suffering. Because, and then if you look around the other candidates, I like them all.
Yes, ma'am.
I just don't like what they stand for
Yes, ma'am.
because they ain't bringing nothing to the table. I'm not here to be talking prolific and acting like, well, okay, we got the TIF, the TIF program, and it's going to be all right in 3 years. The devil is a lie.
That's right.
What can you do
right.
for me right now? Don't tell me what you can do for me 3 years from now. You gave Cooper Young and you gave Harbortown all the beautiful things off of my money.
Sure
See,
did.
because the people out there need to know that's your money. We
ma'am.
are paying into other people have beautification, but you won't do it for yourself.
If I understand correctly, I would like to say that it was the Midtown or the Cooper area, right?
The Cooper Young.
They
yeah.
had some grant money available,
Yeah.
and some kind of way they were able to file multiple grants and get multiple fundings over in that same area. That was
Well, that was true partly, but it's also your tax monies that paid for it too. We have to have an understanding.
Wow.
See, and that's what I've asked for. I told, and every time only 2 times the forums have called me. They haven't called me for all the other forums because they don't want to hear my big old mouth. Because I'm gonna get up and I ain't gonna be like prissy and cute.
you're gonna ask the right questions.
And I'm gonna answer the right questions. To the stance that it belongs to the community.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the problem is that we have to have an understanding. See, in my community, which is North Memphis, which includes Frazier, parts of Raleigh, and Uptown, Midtown, Cooper Young, Douglas, Hollywood, and like I said, Frazier, and Harbortown, of course, because everything is just circle, which they really should have made it a super district. Well, in a way, I don't even know if I care for the super districts because I think that's really a waste of time and separating all those different areas. What are you doing? It's just, it's like you playing jigsaw puzzles for whom?
Exactly. There you have it.
I don't get it. But anyway,
There you
back
have
to my neighborhood. Let them work 8, 9, 10, whatever. Let them work their own problems out. We got too many dust problems. Because I was at that park. Let me tell you, I had so much dust on me yesterday. I'm going like they could have brought some grass out here. But you want to give it to other areas. And our poor parks and our schools out there do not have any of the amenities that the other schools have. Now, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the homes being taken up. I just believe in my heart they don't want these homes to have anything because they want to come in and get them.
That's right.
So
That's
we need
right.
to educate the people. And I'm going to be in there to say no to the nonsense and yes to the sense.
That's it. That's it. Some families in the Frazier community in particular, one because my family is in that area.
Okay.
So
tell them to vote for me.
We
now.
are in your district.
Okay, well, good.
Absolutely.
I
yes,
need them
ma'am.
to vote for me. Don't
Somebody
y'all
tell
forget.
the Lord thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
I don't. So absolutely, it's important to me who we get in office, right?
It
Who we
is.
get to represent us. So we talked about the desolate look over there,
Oh my
how businesses aren't thriving, the communities aren't thriving. Some of the there are programs on the ground.
Well,
I will say this: there are there are programs on the ground. how they impact um, the residents though is
when you say programs on the ground, if you do not educate the people in the community, they don't understand the
wow.
programs that are on the ground. They don't understand TIF. They don't understand degentrification.
Correct.
They don't understand none of these
Community
programs.
Redevelopment Act.
They don't understand it. We have to come in and educate. Now, my stance is you can't come in my neighborhood, in this community, District 7, with your whatever unless you educate my people.
Wow.
That's first of all for me.
Okay.
This is this candidate speaking.
All right.
So you know I've already got a fight on my hands because
Right there,
they looking at John Morrell. They want to make whatever they want out of John Morrell. They want to take your mama,
Yep.
your cousin, your auntie's property
That's it.
because they don't want her to have no sense. They want to come in and get her to sign that paper. So they can come back in and take all the property and give it to their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren while yours and mine don't have no legacy. The devil is a lie. I can't stand it. I will not have it. As long as I got the breath to breathe to fight and make sure that y'all got somebody on y'all side. See, because I've been all around the world, so that means I've dealt with Caucasians, I've dealt with the brown people, the Asian people, I've dealt with all sector people.
Yes, ma'am.
So does it look like I'm kind of scared to deal with any of this?
Not at all.
I'm not.
Not
and
at
I
all.
sure have dealt with ours because I live in Douglas with a cracker. I just gave somebody some water. I'm used to the gang bangers. We know how to talk to each other because see, by me being a recording artist, gave me the fortitude to know how to address them, and they kind of feel a little more comfortable with me.
That's true.
Because they know I'm going to put on my raggedy jeans and I'm going to get on down. We're going to talk real talk.
And everybody can't do that.
And
everybody
they can't do it.
Break through.
And in in District 7, in that part of District 7, I can get cute now. Don't get me wrong. I can get
my pastor, my dear friend Charlie Caswell,
okay.
is truly an exception to the rule. Not only have I seen this man walk that walk, right?
Right.
He's truly a man that lives what he preach, right? But in addition to that, I've seen this man sacrifice unneedingly for just anybody, right? I mean, he takes on the yoke of the world.
And it's hard to do it.
True,
it ain't
true,
fake like
true.
you're trying to get some brownie points.
And because of that,
you love him. Amen.
you're able to break through to an old gangbanger like me.
Hey. And see, that's my thing. And when I lived in Louisville, I housed homeless women and children, gangbangers. I took them to court. I was an advocate.
Oh my God.
I'm still that way, and I never knew where it would wound up coming to this stance. It came here because on June the 31st of this year, God spoke to me. He actually spoke to me on June the 30th, and he told me, I want you to get in the race. And I ignored him on that Saturday, child. I wasn't trying because I had got some common sense. But that Sunday, he brought it back to me and said, I want you to get in this race and go down there on that Tuesday and go to the city council, and I want you to go over to the election commission, and I want you to sign up. I said this to God. Now, you know I ain't got no money. Because me and him got a personal conversation. I ain't got no money, and you know the rest of these people ain't gonna help you.
That's it.
You know, when they see you trying to come and go somewhere else. Long as they can keep you in this glass, they're gonna keep you there. They don't want you to expand. Well, I went down and I'm walking like I was on air, like somebody was guiding me, because it wasn't me, because it had been me. I'd have been moonwalking like Michael Jackson, trying to get about it. Girl, I'd have broke on down. Y'all hear me? I'd have broke. I would have moonwalked like Michael Jackson on out of this, because that's not me, okay? And I've been in it, and I promise you, I'm being guided, led, and I ain't got no money. I have not been endorsed but by one set of people, and that's from the Afro-American Police Association. And that's it. But it's okay, because God has just sailing me on through. Just like your pastor, when you do things and you don't think about it, God comes on in and he opens up doors, like I'm here.
Well, he promised us that. He promised us he'd do it.
He did, yeah. But we don't have enough sense to remember that he promised
and
us. Rely on it. We want to go to the left when he's trying to pull us to the right.
That's it.
You know, we want to climb the mountain. He didn't tell us, you ain't got to climb no mountain. He'll move the mountain out the way.
That's it.
But we so busy, we want to do it our way. And I want to do it my way, And I'm going like, Lord have mercy, child. That means my eyelashes and my nails gonna be cut off, cause I gotta dig in and put some stuff in. Right. But I'm being blessed. I'm here. This is the first blessing, the wonderful blessing that He's got for me. He's blessing me like you just wouldn't believe. Wow. He's giving me the opportunity to be heard by other people. Wow. Through you guys, and I appreciate it.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, and I'll say this: I am not the most religious person in the world.
Me either.
In fact, religion isn't even what I'm all about. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. Though.
Right, I get you.
That being said, I feel a blessing around you. I do believe that God's got something bigger and greater for you. I do believe that. And I just want to encourage you to keep pushing from here. Keep pushing. All right.
I will.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your background. Like, where are you from? Are you from Memphis?
I'm from Memphis.
What part of Memphis?
I'm from South Memphis.
Okay.
And I grew up around some wonderful people. My mother was very inspirational, evangelist, missionary.
Okay.
She always
That's where that heart came from.
Well, let me tell you, I was that little black sheep now. I would go to church.
Okay.
And they'd pass the basket around. I'd take the money out and go to the Harlem House and go buy me a drink. I'm telling you, I was just not that child.
Right.
And she wanted me to always sing in church. I wasn't trying to sing in no church.
Really?
I wanted to do Tony.
Right.
But I had some singing relatives, my cousins. I had the mad lad John Gary Williams just passed.
Wow, I'm familiar.
Right, he was my cousin. And I would hang around all the guys. On one side of the street was R&B. Was John Gary, my other cousins. They both had group. On the other side of the street was my other cousins. They was the gospel singers.
Jesus.
Toe tapping and what. So I was like bounce back and forth, learning.
Yeah,
Didn't know I was learning, but I was watching and listening and just getting that
from some true legends.
From some really true legends. Yeah. So therefore I went on to school and sung in the talent shows and would run from school to school to see what they were doing, trying to see who was all the greatest. Barcades were at my house practicing the original ones who passed on the plane trip. Ben Colley became a great friend of my family's. I journeyed on with Isaac Hayes and all the other great artists around.
Wow.
I did a lot of background work and I learned lead. God has just blessed me, like I said, with some of the greatest people.
Yes, ma'am. Wow.
And who taught me.
And you're so humble.
Well,
I'm sure they'd all say the same thing about
you. Well, they probably tell you she crazy as a road lizard. But you know what? I'll tell you this. I was this really, really studious person. I wasn't interested in dating anybody.
Right.
So with what the young people are having to go through now to be in the music business, I wasn't going. So that's probably why they ain't made it like Beyonce and all of them, because I actually had the opportunities from doing a lot of music. You know, Shirley Brown's first song was one I was also given, Woman to Woman. Shaka Khan's contract, I had her contract. There have been many great
Wow.
opportunities, but it just wasn't for me.
Right,
And
right,
I had just had
right.
to realize that, and because he has another thing for me to do.
That's it.
I don't know.
That's it.
Maybe it's this, and maybe whatever. But those people were very inspiring, and whenever doors were shut on me, I took another journey. I started writing all of my stuff, all of my material. So I actually own, if I don't
Wow.
own all of it, and produce my own stuff. So I own stuff that's all around the world, opposed to owning stuff in just the
Wow.
United States.
Wow.
So that sets me apart from a lot of things that people talk about.
Truly.
And God has blessed me to be able to do that. But I learned, I studied. I went to this law of music, and I started to study what could get me in. And I got out of some big contracts. I was on a contract with Clive Davis. Even Clive Davis said to
Wow.
me, I've never met anybody like her. I said, yeah. But I explained to him that I didn't want to be in the contract because he had at that time Angela Bofield and I think Dionne Warwick and I think Aretha was in,
Wow.
and I think he had Lola Falana. He had a lot of great women,
Jesus.
and I just felt like I was going to be lost in it.
Wow.
So I called him up and told him I wanted out, and he couldn't figure out how he was letting me out this contract. He still don't know. But when I got through talking to him and say, "Well, you can't be two bosses," he said, "What do you say?" I said, "You can't be two bosses. You can't be my manager and the owner of the company and then want to own all the other music and stuff. You need to let me go, or is there going to be a problem?" He let this little crazy nut go. And then I told another person the same thing. And I've gotten out of some great things because I'm a readaholic. I read everything. I've always done that, you know.
And it's avid. It is critical that we have a person with your qualities
Right.
in place for
Thank
us,
you.
right?
Thank you.
There was, and I won't go on record for saying who said it, but there was a quote that said, if you wanted to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. We just cannot allow ourselves to become.
Read.
We can't allow ourselves to become what they say we are,
what they
right?
say. And that's the problem out in District 7. They have said, we don't care. You know, I actually, at Crosstown Forum the other day,
Okay.
a Caucasian gentleman, a white man, whatever you call him, he was lighter than us. He came and he said to me, he stood right in front of my table, in front of me, of all people. I guess I just looked demure and scared or something, I don't know. He said, well, I know you're running for District 7, but District 7 doesn't care. No, let me requote. He said, they have never voted. So they're not even a priority. This is what he said to the wrong sister. I think my wig did about 360-degree turn and came back around, and I said, let me explain something to you. You don't know who you're talking to, number one. Number two, my people are going to show you. We will show you in the race.
That's it.
October 3rd, we will show you.
That's it.
He looked at me. He backed up. I'm telling you, this is the Holy Ghost truth. He backed up. He was right there where you are, and I'm sitting right here. And he backed up and he looked at me. I said, so the best thing is to see.
That's it.
Okay? Since this is what you believe, then I need to make sure that you made a believer. Because we will see you at the polls.
Wow.
October 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that was.
In my district.
That scared him. That
Okay?
definitely did.
He went up there and sat up in that seat and looked at me all day. He did. And every time they said something, I disagreed and looked right at him. I disagree. Well, why do you disagree, Miss Green Cole? Because it doesn't make sense. You want to give us things that doesn't make sense to us because you think that we don't care.
Right.
We care.
Right.
But you have broken us.
Yeah.
We are hungry and we are hurting. We're in pain. And you have given us but I tell you, I'm here. I'm going to be the antidote. I'm going to be that box of Cheerios. I'm going to be that Popeye spinach.
That's it.
I'm going to be everything that they need.
That's it.
Because I'm here to let them know you don't have to fear anymore. because you got somebody on your side that's digging in for you, who's not going to say yes to nonsense. You're not going to do that to us anymore. And you think you're going to come in our community and take our property and our land? You think you're going to push us to the side? You got another thing coming. We going back to the way when you couldn't come into a community without grandmama, cousin Lily Mae, Miss Pearl, and Miss Mary. That the people in this community get those jobs. And they get on down. Am I lying? We can't even keep no basketball players. How long they stay? The basketball players come in here and they stay and get all the bonuses and the big houses, pay for that house and sell that house and go on to where they going.
That's it.
Am I lying?
That's it.
Well, you can't come in this community with that. You're going to give us some incentives and some bonuses when you come in here. And you're going to give us some schools. You're going to train us on that job. You're going to give us some education. That's right. Mortgage people, housing, whoever you may be, you better get some education books in your hands and come and explain to these people, because you will not come in here.
Wow. That is saying something.
Well, that's Tony Green Cole is trying to give some juice and some vitamins to these people. Speaking of that, did you know that we had in our community in 2015, you could come out the doors. Maybe your mother may know. Spider webs would be big as this building all across the land.
Jesus.
They ain't did nothing about it. We still have mold. Because I got friends still coughing.
Yep.
It ain't nothing but mold.
Yeah.
Because you got us on desecrated land.
Yep.
And you don't want to fix nothing. The devil is a lie.
Well, Miss Green, again, like I said, that is the type of character. That is the type of drive that we need in there fighting for.
Well, I'm here to fight. I haven't sung since
gloves.
Look, I ain't been on tour since 2016, so it ain't the money. I'm going to tell y'all right now, because city council ain't paying no money.
It ain't the money.
It ain't the money.
Right.
It's God.
You truly got to have
God has got me in this thing, because there ain't no way. They only pay $32,000 a year. $32,000 a year. And you think I'm going to be out there sweating my eyelashes, my hair out? Because I want to, what am I being cute for? I'm digging in because I care. Because I want my people to have something. It hurts me. That girl just walked down the street and the other young lady in the park. It hurts me. And I live in the neighborhood. I live in Douglas. It's dusty out there.
That is saying something. That is definitely saying something.
Help us. We need help.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So let's talk about jobs.
Okay.
You got a plan for jobs?
I do.
All right, tell us.
I have all kinds of. I have several incentives. Okay. Number one, I just explained to you the job incentives. There are a lot of people want to come in and invest in Douglas, because that's why they're making it so desolate. So they can bring construction and probably and get this. But my incentive program would be, if you come into our neighborhoods, whatever we decide to, whoever it is, because I don't know who's coming, but whoever they may be, you must give the community the first dibs on a job.
That's right.
But with the job, we want education, so that when you decide to leave in your stance of 6 months to a year, 10 years, because that's all you're going to do probably, then we'll have something to lean us over. Technically, technology is the key to another job or something that we can hold on to. Okay? That's one incentive. Education.
Absolutely.
We must be educated, not just technically. We must be educated to know what we have as far as mortgage is concerned.
That is true.
Because the housing and living things, if you come to build your building, we want to make sure that you're building a building for us to live in, for our family members to have. And the 401ks and all of that, we must have that implemented. Everything, every time, everywhere, every time, wherever you may we have the job incentives, and then we've got to have I want to make sure that it's discussed throughout the neighborhood, that there's a neighborhood person or persons that we have that we can trust in each neighborhood, in the sectors of North Memphis. Well, Frazier's one part. Frazier has a terrible store over there. Kroger's, because they give bad meat. That meat turned green and purple.
Yes,
In the week time, and the bananas, you get a banana. You know, I'm not kidding. You get a banana. That banana 2 days then turn rotten.
That's it.
Where that banana come from? I'm serious. I want to know where the banana come from, because I'm going like, wait a minute. I know this banana was green when I bought it, because I'm trying to hope it'll turn to yellow. It didn't went on to death.
It's gone on to glory.
It's gone on to glory. And don't get no greens, because the greens, you wonder where the green come from. You done washed the greens in the green.
They done went on down the sink. It's over.
You know you can't wash. What happened? I'm kidding, y'all. But it's a serious. It's really serious.
Very serious.
So I want them to stop sending us stores, D and C and E, F, G stores.
That's right.
Give us A stores. And Douglas does not have a store. Frazier has one Kroger's. Then they got the Superloads and it look like they've been through a war zone.
Yeah.
You go in there and you wonder where this come from. And if you don't hurry and drink the juice when you open it up, I promise you, the second swallow is gone. You take that one, you better take a gulp.
Go get it in you.
When the air hit that juice,
man,
these kids are going like, Mommy, it doesn't taste good anymore. We know because they've re-stamped it. So I want to protect us. I want to protect us from people thinking that they can come and give us anything.
Yes, ma'am.
So that would create more jobs as well in produce and as well as market. We want to make sure that we have the best of everything in this community. It's about time, because you can't keep giving it to Cordova, Collierville, and Germantown and Midtown and Harbortown doesn't have a big grocery store, but you can't keep giving us second, third hand
That's
stuff.
Right. That's
it's not fair.
It is. It is.
So I'm fighting for that too.
And while you're at it, could you please do something about the restaurants?
Oh, wait,
that's one of my personal pet peeves.
How about the drive to the restaurants?
What you saying?
Okay. How about that? How about the food stamp?
Jesus.
To get to the food stamp office, who came up with moving the food stamp from Jackson Avenue all the way to Whitehaven? They couldn't even get over there on Jackson in the first place. These little old people are paying $20 to get over there.
That's right.
They live close there. Now they probably got to pay $30 or more to get all the way over there. That means Raleigh has to come. What is it? Frazier, Midtown, Millington. Everybody got to go all the way across town.
Wow.
Does that make sense to you?
It does not.
It don't make none to me.
It does not.
Okay. So before we get there, we done fell in a pothole. Okay. We ain't got, the transportation won't take us out there. Yep. Ain't no bus ride out there.
That's right.
We ain't got no money to give everybody. I'm just saying. Yeah. It sounds funny, but it is the truth.
It is very true.
They're killing us out there. They're trying to destroy us.
I was considering, as it pertains to transportation, if the jobs are all out so far in the east part of the city, when a parent has a kid that's in school, right? Mm-hmm. And they're catching the bus, public transportation, to get to work, and it's taking them 4 hours or 6 hours to get there. 6 hours getting home.
Right.
And then they put in a full shift. What time do they have for the kid?
None. That's what I'm saying. So that means when jobs come to our neighborhood, we must have first dibs. First, but we must be trained. We must demand to have technology placed in front of everything that comes, because that's why it's so dead. That's why it's like the Walking Dead out there. People are dragging their feet and sliding. Yeah. And I'm going like, do they really want us to really die like this? Wow. And what gets me is our other candidates who are sitting. One candidate said, well, we have a park. And I took it to Tumley Park, and they were really excited to have the park fixed up. And you know me, I turned around and said, don't nobody want to go to no park, hot as it is. Are you out of your man? Who want to go to the park?
And
I
then-
said, let me explain something to you. The park out in Douglas got dust in it. You talking about some way over there. Look, we need to, my folks are hungry.
That's it.
Don't tell me about
That's
no
it.
parks. After them kids get through slipping and sliding and riding on
What
the
they gonna eat when
merry-go-round,
they get
they got to
home?
come home and eat.
That's
They
it.
got to have a roof over their head. They ain't even, the holes coming in all in the doggone roofs. The houses are sinking. Before we get there, we done fell in 10 holes.
Jeez.
Excuse me for hollering, but I had to let him know.
That is true.
And he turned me, well, I'll just say this. And I said, you don't need to say nothing because you done said too much. Because you want to give us a bike lane.
A bike lane.
Bike lane. We ain't got no credit card to pay for no bike lanes. Y'all are out of y'all's mind on this panel.
That's it.
This is where Tony Green coming from. My people ain't got no money to pay for, ain't got no credit card. Do you know anybody who got some credit card gonna pay for a bike
I don't.
to ride in this hot sun?
I don't.
I said, what we gonna do
It's
when the
100
rain
degrees
comes?
outside.
When it raining and it's snowing, them bikes ain't got no convertible top.
That's right. That's right.
And who gonna pay for it?
That's right.
Because my people want to eat. My people got to pay their bills. Look, if you ain't got no incentives, you need to not say nothing else. You, telling me about all these committees you on, I don't care. Well, then you on too many committees to care about.
You all thin.
Hey, District
you spread
7,
it too thin.
if you got this, and this, what you going to do about it? When I'm on this committee, I'm on this committee, I'm on this committee. I had to get up and go. I had to leave because
more
I was
concerned
about
with his
to go
accolades.
into another stance. Because
Wow.
I'm serious about this thing. Don't
Wow.
talk no stuff over my head.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is how I was in the music business. When you come to me, if you tell me you want to hire me in 24 hours, you ain't hired me, I don't even know you.
That's it.
Because this is business. And you pay me my deposit before
That's
you
it.
see me. My deposit is paid. When I get to the club or wherever, my money better be in my hand.
That's it.
I'm going to tell you like a pimp tell a who.
That's it.
You know, best have my money. Or I don't, well, they best have this stuff right for District 7.
There it is.
Because this one ain't
There it
going.
is.
Okay? This one ain't going. You know, so I need my people to make sure they push the button, slide the rod, or whatever they can for me, because I need to be in there to say
That's right.
no to that mess.
That's right.
This is
That's
a
right.
mess. Nobody cares about District 7. They don't care. Streets, I'm telling you, the hole's so big, I blew out 2 tires.
On one pothole.
Oh, no, not on that one. But I had just bought that tire. I ain't got no money to be trying to buy some tire. And I can't depend on the money I'm going to get.
That's it.
I'm trying to fight so for other people who don't have nothing either. We need to be livable. We have a livable stance.
That's it.
Our children need to see us happy.
Yes, ma'am.
We need to not work so hard for our kids, our daughters, our sons, our grandchildren. We need to be responsible for once in a century. Over 70 years, District 7 has not done anything but procrastinated.
Wow. Wow.
Over 70 years, they promised this and they promised that and haven't done it. Since the 1970s, for sure, they haven't done anything. Since 1951, they've been procrastinating. They brought it on down. It was kind of viable to a certain degree when John Murray, DuPont, and Plow and all of those were there. Oh, we were kind of living kind of all right, you know. But they knew they were going to snatch these buildings from us. They knew they was going to take that from us.
Wow.
Even before we did. So when 50 years came in and then 40 years came, you saw the remnants of it.
Wow.
You know, one school been shut down for 41 years, and then they want to sit up and say, "Well, we're gonna try, to do something." Well, everybody's gone because the young people are saying it's no hope in that neighborhood,
Wow.
in this community.
Wow.
They could have. They just wow. Yes, let them go, because they're coming back in.
They trying to gentrify it.
They've taken over.
That's it.
We better wake
That's
up.
it.
And that's what I tell everybody. You best wake up. If you want somebody to stand in there for you, then it's me. And if you want all these button heads next to me and around me who's sitting up want to be so pretty and stuff, and they want to tell you all this and that, you got them. I'm not a politician. I am not no past politician, but I'm a person that cares. I'm one who gives a damn about my community. I bet you that. My bands will tell you the money that I made, they had high dollars. All of my band members right now, if I call anybody from the past to now, where you at? Where you at? We coming. They'll drop their other gigs because Tony Green pays on time. And I fight for man to have the best hotels. When I go, I don't have the suites and they got the little bungalows and in the dirt or in the closet with the cobwebs. No, sir. No, ma'am. They get the best. From everywhere I've gone, I've stood up for everybody.
Wow.
I feel like if they're gonna work with me,
yes, ma'am,
they need to have the best so they can be okay. Yes, you can't give nobody no sausage or without the sausage meat in it. And you up there eating steak.
That's it.
That don't look right to me.
That's it. And far too long, I mean, that's exactly the state that we find ourselves in right now. We've allowed it for so long, or not been able to put our voices where they're able to be heard, not be in the right room.
What do you think is the problem?
Well, I think God has a perfect timing for everything. And I think that as this conversation was maturing earlier on, when you were speaking about you didn't know whether or not this was the thing or not. I'm a true believer that we are all a part of that same game board that God is playing. And you are here right now for a reason, for this time, for this very moment, right? So, and I don't want to go out on a limb saying anything, but I just really believe this in my spirit that once you get into office, that you're gonna make God proud. I truly believe it. Just like a son would do his father, or a daughter would do their mother. I believe you're gonna make God proud. I believe He's reserved you. He's reserved you for this time.
Oh, I can see other people can make that promise and go on renege on it. This one right here scared.
That's right.
That's what my fear is in the Lord.
That's it.
My fear is in the Lord. I'm afraid to do anything that's against His grain. If I make a mistake, I'll be the first somebody to apologize.
Yes, ma'am.
That's always been me. I'm not scared about it. I've learned how to hold my peace when I need to hold my peace. Like the song said, I know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. But now don't get it all twisted, because I'm not going to let you get up on me and do some crazy stuff. So I don't want anybody to be getting it all twisted. Well, she's going to, no, you have a problem. And do understand that, but with that, I will say, for my people, that's how I am.
Yes, ma'am.
You get up on my people, I'm getting up on you. Okay?
Wow. That's what we need.
I'm on you.
That's what we need. Miss Green, it's been a beautiful time here with you today. Let's see if we can employ some of our listeners.
Okay.
So everybody out there underneath the sound of my voice right now, man, if you haven't already made up in your mind, man, I know that you all have been tuned in and been paying fine-tuned attention to the key points that Miss Green has been making. A lot of our concentration of listeners are here in the city of Memphis.
Wonderful.
We are out of the Fraser community, so I'm asking all of my Fraser stakeholders to stand up, meet us at the polls, and vote Tony Green.
Amen.
District 7, man. In the meantime, Ms. Green, could you tell our listeners how they might be able to follow you, how they might be able to become a part, if they could donate to the campaign, if they could come out and support?
Sure. I have a page called Tony Green for City Council District 7. You can go to that page and you can donate. I have the not WhatsApp. I'm thinking about something else. I have Cash App, and you can always follow me, Facebook, Tony Green.
What's your Cash App? We do want
Tony.
We're accepting donations.
Yeah, Tony G. Cole.
All right.
And the other one is Tony Jene. That's Tony TONIJENE.
Okay.
And you can just whatever you feel, because we really do need your support. We need your support financially, and most of all, we need your support at the polls.
That's it.
Tell somebody, because this is going to make a difference for you and for your children and
Absolutely.
for their children. And once I'm there and in there, I promise you, this is a promise. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for the right things for you.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow. Well, Miss Green, once again, man, it has been a beautiful time here with
I
you.
had a ball. Y'all gonna invite me back?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real.
Absolutely.
Don't play with me.
Especially after you come home. When you bring it on home, we're going to sit right back here. That's right.
Well, I want to be here, and I want to be here. And please, everybody, listen to Rap 98.
Wow.
Com.
Yes. Man,
okay, because they are the ones. They are the ones, and I hope I can do a little jingle for y'all, please. Whenever you want me to. As a matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to tell you that I had the number one jingle in the whole United States with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Jesus.
Yeah, I did 99. It was a 99 cent chicken, something I had. But I wrote the jingle, and I've been doing jingles and all that.
So you wrote it and performed it?
Yeah. Wow. I'm about that business. I told you. There's a lot of things about me you don't know, but hey,
layers.
I'm ready to tell it when you bring me back. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It.
I appreciate you and your beautiful wife and your daughters. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Green. All right, fans. Y'all keep it locked, man. It's your man, Black Guy to the Voice, rap98.com. As promised, that was the lovely Miss Tony Green Cole, our candidate for District 7. Y'all make sure y'all meet her at the polls, man, and let's get her in office. Y'all hear me? In the meantime, I'll drop this next record on y'all, man, and we'll be right back with y'all after this. You hear me? Let's get it.